Akira, and I want to show you the final version of the build. I think if there is, I don't know, tweaks available, they are not coming at me at the moment because I literally have been like testing everything around, and this is it's basically very similar to the build I posted back days ago, like well, I think month or something ago. But let's go quick over it. The same Hrothgars, I swapped to my enchant to the damage one. I will explain you this in a bit. I'm running the same ice staff on the back bar, but now I'm running Balorgs, and this is gonna give us much more pen. I'm not running Major Breach on this build because if you go to PvP, everyone, or if you're playing with a DK, they're gonna run Noxious. If you're playing with Wardens, they have Major and Minor Breach, and so on. You know, and so many players are also running Major Breach with the Elemental Susceptibility skill. So yeah, it's basically I swap or I traded Major Breach for something, but this is also a way of having more pen on the build. And Balorgs. So yeah, same Hrothgars, Balorgs, Trainee, Trickery, Hrothgars, the Dealers, and Hrothgars. I'm running 4 medium and 1 heavy, but yeah, I also tested all these sets. Roxa was giving me good results because I swapped from Osorga food to the maximum stat food, so I had a bit more maximum health and a way bigger stamina pool of resource. But no, Balorgs is the best way of playing this build. I'll explain you in a second. But all this works. Bloodspawn is great for a defensive kind of ultimate spam style. Soul, the Wakeful, it's like the best to counter attack, to stun people, but now I'm playing with the rune. Back then I was playing with Camo Hunter, so it's like Soul plus the rune, it doesn't make any sense. Let's go to skills. I'm running the same setup, but it's instead of Camo Hunter, we got this. This thing is amazing, is what makes this build so deadly, because we are playing that debuff, Minor Ball, so it's basically that 5% from Camo Hunter, but like all the time whenever you apply it. It also applies Minor Brittle, that increases crit damage received, and the stun is just busted. It's the people that just gets like the screen, it's like glitched or something. This stun is too awesome, or at least it's a great tool for this build and helps me a lot landing those seconds of the beam. I'm running now the other morph that increases its duration and applies a snare to enemies. So yeah, I'm running the same Recuperate Treatise. This is gonna help us with the burst, and it's gonna give us a lot of sustain. Wrecking Blow for Major Berserk, and you know, for putting some damage and DPS in those split seconds of window bursting. Our Execute, the Stamina Tentacle. With this we build Cruxes. When we get the 3 Cruxes, we cast Fate Carver, and also Dawnbreaker. This is gonna you know, it's gonna be a AoE stun, and it's gonna increase our damage passively. And yeah, we can like think several combos of doing all this. So you know, if you just want to, if you don't have your ultimate, you can just use your Tentacle or use your Wrecking Blow and build your Cruxes with your Tentacle, and then you can stun people, and your big burst comes from your beam. So it's not very hard, but the secret is like learning to land Wrecking Blow and the Tentacle. That's the hard part. You know, calculating your opponents and being good at seeing what and when you need to cast your skills. So let's go to Backbar. It's the same. I'm running this Evolving Rumen. This is our burst heal. This is also a burst heal. The Rune Gun or Freedom. This is Vigor 2.0 in my opinion. It's gonna give us the same buff, minor resolve. It's gonna give us minor protection. So we don't need to run the CX order ultimate on the back bar. And this is gonna be like an anti-execute. Watch the tooltip. It's 11k. I don't have the dealer's proc at the moment, so that tooltip is gonna be a bit higher. This is also gonna give us CC immunity. So you need to learn how to combine this skill with your shield and with this, to juggle with your sustain, and you'll be fine. Crux Quiver Armor, that's our major resolve buff, and yeah, we all Arcanists know this skill is a must. It's also gonna build those cruxes to help us with the shield. The big secret is the shield. So I'm getting almost 30k shield with CP when I have my Dead Dealers fully procced. And yeah, the secret is that this generates cruxes, and Runic Thunder generate cruxes. So I can rely on the heal from this. Watch, whenever I have a crux, I heal for every crux. So if you have the 3 cruxes, it's also a big burst heal. So you have this, it's an anti-execute. And you also have this, so you can combine both, to have like basically the best defensive combo in the game. And well, Runic Thunder, doesn't seem like much, but watch this. Watch this passive. For every skill of this skill line you got basically one piece of Magma Incarnate. So on my back bar, I get 650 more both recoveries for just having them slotted. So that's just insane. And also this skill, whenever you have cruxes and this is slotted, your damage received is reduced, so to have that in mind. And of course the super busted cheesy shield. And yes, as I said, with my Dead Dealers, this is gonna scale a bit higher, but yeah, this is my lifesaver, and it only costs like 180 ultimate, so it's just it's the best, also the best shield in the game. And it pairs extremely well with Balrogs, because Balrogs last for 12 seconds and this lasts for 10. So when I cast it, I get like the full duration of the shield. I'm like super bursty, so I can go to my front bar, more certain that I won't die, and I can still get, those 2 extra seconds of Balrogs with the AoE, the super AoE that hits extremely hard. So if you get to time the first tick of the bubble with the stun, with the rune, you can deal like insane damage. If the shield like went to 0, or because the more damage it deals based on how much damage you took. So yeah, this is basically what I wanted to share. We're still Nord. We're running the Lovermundus Stone. This is the food I'm running with Balrogs. You can try rocks, as I said, but I don't know. I find this build more bursty and more defensive, and I have better sustain, of course. All points into stamina, and watch my HP. It's high enough. So yeah, this is the build. Let me show you the champion points real quick. Cleansing Revival. This is basically what's the set? Mara's Bomb. This is Mara's Bomb. Focus Mending to have better healing. Master at Arms and Biting Aura. Let's go to Red CP. Celerity, Bastion, of course, this is a must. Fortified and Boundless Vitality. You don't need anything else, to be honest. This is extremely good CP. I won't upload some footage because I will have to crop the videos and shit, and I won't do that at the moment. Probably I'll do a montage later or after. And also I have to say that you need like a must, these three things for playing this at the top level. You need the erosion potion, of course, and not for every single fight because these are very expensive, but you must have them. And the immobility potions that gives you major savagery because we removed Camo Hunter, we don't have the buff, and we're running 4 medium pieces, and also Arcanist hits very hard with crits. So this is a good way to time well your combos or time a 500 Valor procs with your combo and the regular tripods. So this is the way. Of course, Osorga, and if you don't have the money, you can just use this. It's just 500 less HP. But yeah, you know how I am. So, well, this is the build. Hope this can help you at something and make questions if you have any. And yeah, I think this is the way to 1BX on the Arcanist. It's like if you're just relying on your Betis run stuff, you can lose. If you're fighting 1BX, you can lose the tether, or you can proc it on the wrong. If you're fighting versus engine guardians or pets or bears, guardian bears, you're gonna lose the proc because I have used the Betis run stuff. So it's a good dueling spec, or if you're running, for a big group, you can, play that dueling build. But if you want to X, you want like the real deal. I'm not saying that this is better, but this is a best way to be like the jack of all trades, to cover burst, to cover defense, to cover sustain. And well, I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm gonna stop it right here, and we'll see you next time. Bye.